Detecting Talk of the Day, April the 9th, 9:13 a.m. We're going to talk about this Deus 2. There will not be any demos shown. However, I will say this before I go any further. Now, the older users of the Deus 2 probably already know this. Newer users of the Deus 2, if you decide to use the Go Field and Relic programs, you don't have any tone bends, you don't have any multi-tone selections for audio. You do have a pitch option under the threshold menu, alright? Where you can adjust the pitch, just like you can using pitch tones using more traditional programs on that machine. Okay, so we're going to walk over here. 3 2x4 thicknesses. You see that modern style sizable nail, and you see that nickel. Now when I talk in this video, pretend we're coming up on that nickel, sweeping in a while like so. We're sweeping left to right. Alright? Now I would give a demo, but my external speaker on my remote is kaput. But the wireless feature still works, and I objectively listen to this nail and nickel, trying to detect the nickel using sensitive FT, silencer 1, and this applies to versions 1.0, 1.1, and 2.0, but I didn't use version 1.0, I used version 2.0. And I compared it to the Relic program at 40 max band, speed 1.5. Dialing the pitch up in the Relic program. I run the offset in sensitive FT at 10. From best achievable detection using sensitive FT with iron volume on. In my honest opinion, would I ever stop on that nickel in the wild? The answer is no. Low chance, especially in a high iron side where you're getting a lot of iron tone. Now you'll hear some people out there, oh, I want to hear the iron, I want to hear the iron. Well, in that situation there, and I recommend you do your own test. Now with iron volume on, dialing the notch 0 to 40, hence I get audio. And when I've got the Deus 2 in that configuration, I already know probably what. It's not one of those iron, and sometimes they can be possible non-ferrous mixed with iron, one of those signals reading 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's not one of those low conductive target setting solo like a speck of foil, sliver of aluminum. So that alerts me, right? That gets me suspicious. I can rotate. Now I did listen to this with a Relic program at 1.5 with a 0 to 40 notched. I get a much better signal on that versus running sensitive FT, iron volume on 6.8, this silencer 1, speed 1.5. Something to stop me. Now I also listen to this nail and nickel with the sensitive FT, silencer 1, iron volume off. And guess what? I get a much better signal. The only problem is, and that was with no notch, that could be a solo setting, smaller whatever, lower conductive, likely junk, or it could be one of those signals that reads 6, 7, 8, or 9, one of those situations. Unlike running the notch 0 to 40. So this video here, if you do your own test using what I showed in this video with this nail and this nickel, the moral of the story in this video is I fully suspect there have been some Deus 2 users out there running around with iron volume on, and they have been missing targets that machine actually is seeing, and it's actually giving alert, but the alert is mingled in the iron tone. All right, that's something for you to think about using this piece of equipment, especially if you are trying to purge a side of all Deus 2 detectable. All right. Again, do your own test. Rewatch this video before you do your test. I spent my time doing this test and my time putting this video together. And this may make you a better Deus 2 operator. That's going to conclude the video. Have a nice day.